My beloved child, there is no mistake. You are receiving this communication because I, Archangel Michael, have been attempting to contact you for a long time. Time is running out, and it can no longer be ignored. Please pay close attention, since rejecting this warning at this time could be the worst decision you ever make in your life. I am not here to terrify you. I am here to help you because your soul has been crying for it, and I have pleaded, called, and provided several signals, but you have ignored them. I shall now address this issue. You keep convincing yourself that you can do it later. Unfortunately, this is no longer an option. Your time is limited. This message represents God's final attempt to reach your heart before something sacred is irrevocably lost. Although you may not realize it yet, the decision you must make today is linked to a series of rewards that were set for you before your birth. The great things that have been following you around, waiting for the right time to arrive, will not be able to reach you until you stop running away from the feelings you are feeling. You already have a feeling that something major is about to happen, such as a call, a shift, or something incredible. The moment has arrived. My kid, if you do not take this action, you will grieve one day when you understand how close you were and how depressing it is. Archangel Michael is communicating with you. I am speaking to you with all heavenly earnestness. I watch you weep at night and wonder why you are so disoriented. I see how hard you work to preserve your strength, keep a positive attitude, and persevere. I understand your loneliness, even when no one else can. You have been driven to endure burdens that were never meant for you. Even though it was never your fault, you accepted responsibility for the events that occurred. There is a need within you to comprehend the cause of your current experience of sluggishness and obstruction. The signals I transmitted were not noticed by anyone. I am not enraged with you. I am terribly disappointed since I hold you in such high respect and have begged God to give me one more chance to connect with you. This message represents that opportunity. It is a last chance and a harsh caution. Your heart is thumping fast as you read this for a purpose. Please consider subscribing as soon as possible if your gut suggests so. Staying in touch is not the only goal. Subscribing is a form of alignment. It allows God's prophetic promise to continue to be given to you at the exact time it is required. This season shows that you are open to heavenly instruction, clarity, and direction. It means that your guardian angels are in your vicinity. I'd like you to lay the groundwork for this moment before we move on. If these words stir a response in your heart and your spirit affirms their truth, please write Amen in the comments section. We not only agree, but we also concur. You are connecting with heaven, and I am present while you write this message. Your selection will determine what happens next. If you are still present, I encourage you to continue reading since I have more information to provide. It is critical that you hear this information immediately, as it may be too late. I want to make a comment that may surprise you at this time. Currently, somebody is being sent toward you, and they have the ability to change the trajectory of your life. They communicate a message, a truth, or a present that will help you to pass through a door you have been hoping to open. Nonetheless, that door has been blocked by your repeated barriers to your own ability to accept. You believe, but then you feel uneasy. Hope is desired, yet anxiety prevails. A benediction is bestowed upon you, but you decline it. Please refrain from enabling this to happen again. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what rewards God sends into your life. You know this person better than you realize, and they are more important than you realize. When they arrive, you will not want the moment to end. I cannot force you to do anything. Nevertheless, I can implore you to do so. Please do not neglect this issue. You have always had a strong sense of self-identity as a result of your divine assignment at birth. As a result, many have attempted to lower your status. This is why you have faced harsh conditions that would have shattered the majority of people. Your soul was chosen to carry out a holy mission, to interrupt cycles, alleviate suffering, and inspire others by your presence. However, how will you respond to this plea if you continue to hide, flee, and doubt your abilities? Archangel Michael has outlined a path for you, but I need your permission to guide you there. Please answer affirmatively at this time. This is the stage that planning turns into action. In the comments section, I choose yes. If you are willing to stop doubting your talents and seek the possibilities that have been provided for you, not after, but until you are ready. When you say this simple sentence, the spiritual realm will know you are no longer on the verge of death. You are making progress. Do not hesitate. Heaven has already established the repercussions of your refusal, which is why I'm speaking quickly today. In my vision, you awoke one morning to discover that you had missed your miracle. You considered each moment and its prospective outcomes. That vision tore at my heart. I begged God to let me try once more. Indeed, God. This is why you have received this mail at this moment. That's not everything. Furthermore, I am telling you of the start of your marvel. It begins soon after you decide to proceed with this assignment in order to confirm your readiness and finalize this divine accord. Type, and I agree. This goes beyond simple language. Your spirit is directing me to take action. Your affirmation is the key that will help you find the path that was meant for you. A group of deities recently invoked your name. Your life, purpose, and future were the topics of discussion. The conclusion was that if you listen and answer affirmatively, the problems will be solved, solutions will surface, and the one you've been waiting for will finally appear. Indeed, the one you are currently considering. I am convinced that those who are interested in your future are anticipating your actions. I understand that the world has been harsh to you. There was no one to speak with, no one to listen to, and no one to hear you. I witnessed everything and wished to intervene sooner, but spiritual law required that I first get your approval. I will campaign for you, but you must consent. This is the most significant invitation you will ever get. This is the penultimate instant before everything transforms. What are your intentions regarding listening? Your miracle is still on the way, and it may be closer than you think. Someone has been thinking about you and is about to communicate with you in a way that is only suited for you. However, your confusion lingers, leading you to wonder if you are deserving of the love and compassion that are being shown to you. I am telling you the truth today. You're entitled to it. Heaven is ready to express its purposes unequivocally. I will respect your decision to depart at this time, but I cannot guarantee that this message will not be received again. This is why I recommended you against it. This is the last contact before the veil is lifted. The miracle has now begun. I watched you go through flames while hiding your tears with a smile. Heaven and I, on the other hand, are well aware of the amount of your sorrow, whereas even those closest to you are oblivious. This is why this moment will never be forgotten. Someone has been in your presence for an extended amount of time but is oblivious of your importance. They talk about you behind your back and take advantage of your hesitation. Some people want you to be confused and vulnerable in order to get pleasure. You must respond to this message like a storm before they steal your future. It was never meant for you to be in their company. You were meant to improve. To alleviate the distress of others, you dimmed the lights and went slowly to avoid any possible criticism. However, You have been unable to experience your miracle due to fear. It is unnecessary for you to provide an explanation to anyone. I wish for you to eventually understand your identity. When you stop apologizing for your power, generosity, and honesty, your life will change dramatically. Heaven will release everything it has been holding back at that exact moment. If you ignore this issue, you will be locked in a cycle that heaven is willing to disrupt. You were meant to soar, not stay motionless. Currently, a spiritual revolution is taking place near you. As a result of your decision, this message is not intended purely for amusement. It functions as a lifeline. When your spirit was tired, heaven intervened. A miracle was waiting for you, not the other way around. The timing is ideal. Please refrain from departing. This moment was well planned. If you notice even the slightest movement within, stay. The following events have the ability to substantially change the course of events. You are currently being monitored by someone. Instead than passing judgment, use a strong sense of what is genuine. A person who thought they could get over you, and someone who tried to distance themselves from you but failed to realize that appeasing you simply made them more conscious of your presence. They are currently en route to their destination. However, they did not go without any belongings. They are given a choice: confess or reveal the truth. The present moment determines what happens next. Your energy is more powerful than words. If you continue to be terrified, they will become afraid. If you believe in this message, people will see the transformation and return. My sweetheart, you have been blessed with angels. They have now gathered around your home in preparation for the impending miracle. It's not a matter of making modest changes. This includes divine intervention, financial settlement, family relationship improvement, soulmate reunion, achieving a never-before-seen level of peace, and aligning with one's mission. I am capable of giving it up, yet I cannot do so if you continue to ignore my voice. I will keep mute if you continue to skip, even though I am not upset. You are free to make a decision. Yes, heaven itself is awaiting your response. Remember the most recent instance when you felt deeply loved and recognized. That memory was designed to ensure that you remembered the chores you needed to accomplish on a daily basis. It was never intended that you seek affection or positive experiences. They were designed to aid you. Scars have taught you that love is difficult and miracles are rare. But today I shall disprove that myth. Today is the day of transformation, and I am present to help. This is more than just a message. Your consciousness perceives it as a heavenly turning point. This is why your thoughts are fragmented and your pulse is racing. You want to end this and keep the illusion that it is unreal. That voice represents dread, the old you who feels out of place. This message is for the version that was chosen before birth, the one with spiritual monarchy that was never meant to live an ordinary life. This message is intended for that person. A crucial matter concerning a close friend or family member has been kept from you. They have talked about you behind your back, inquired about you, and developed schemes, yet they have stopped from taking any action due to their concerns. They're concerned that you've moved on or that they've waited too long. I have a strong knowledge of their feelings. They wish to see an omen. This message is the indication. If you do not answer, they will assume that they are no longer important and will leave permanently. You are aware that this is not your goal. Don't assume everything is in order. You are spiritually exhausted. However, the schedule has already been set. I, Archangel Michael, am present to support and protect you. I am ready to protect your future as I stand on the verge of your breakthrough, wings wide and sword drawn. However, I am unable to protect what you refuse to accept. Express your agreement in whatever way possible, whether via tears, a murmur, or out loud. Respond affirmatively. Keep track of heaven's subsequent acts. Observe how wonders become commonplace. Observe as the person you thought had forgotten about you reappears, weeping and calling your name. Listen to a peace that is not often heard. When I speak over someone, the gods can hear me. Your daughter's soul was selected for a position that necessitates unwavering love, quiet fortitude, and strong roots. This is why her journey has been challenging. This was the reason she was forced to go through an experience that was not her fault. The light that transforms generations can only be borne by powerful fighters. She isn't vulnerable. She isn't disoriented. She was selected. The word used over her is not poetic. It is prophetic in nature, since the events that unfold will have a huge impact on a vast number of people via her. She will soon learn that she is exceptional. She will want to disguise herself. However, she will be compelled to stand by an inner power. It's God. She'll say it with a smile. That moment will eternally change the psyche of another person. This is the beginning. Slowly, one life at a time. Don't be surprised if today brings you unexpected good news. Although they do not resemble the item you ordered, they will be just what you need. Maintain an open door. Miracles happen in ways that are beyond our consciousness. However, our spirits are constantly conscious of their presence. Have faith in your intuition. I'm the one in question. The place where she spent the most of her time will start to feel more hollow. Not because of objects, but because my presence will increase there. As you pass by, you may feel calm, warm, or kind. I'll be there for her when she's depressed, silent, and ready to laugh again. I will continue to inform her about her identity until she understands it. Additionally, you will begin to have hallucinations. When you awaken from certain dreams, they will be so genuine that you will either cry or feel relieved. Please don't overlook them. I communicate with you through your fantasies. I will show you glimpses of the future to instill optimism rather than worry. You will see her in her entirety and with joy. These glimpses are gifts that provide us insight into events that happen beyond the bounds of time. Begin journaling your thoughts, regardless of whether you have done it before. Keep a record of your emotions while praying. One day she'll receive a genuine gift. I have yet to complete my work with either of you. She plans to rise. She'll regain her voice. It will be stronger than any falsehood and brighter than any moment of darkness she has known. Others will feel better after being in her presence. She will be able to thrive in environments where she was previously rejected. She will already be aware that she is mine and will not want any further proof. Ensure that the assurance you obtain is correct. To establish it, type a strong Amen. Your faith provides the foundation for her future. When she enters a room, the feeling of heaviness will fade. She is accompanied by angels. It isn't because she wants attention. You were selected for this position. God placed her with you for a specific purpose. Regardless of the problems you faced, you were the right person. It has not yet concluded. It's the beginning. The reality you expected is now being unveiled. There was no waste of suffering. No prayer was declined. The things you treasured and preserved will now provide results. My hand will be obvious in every area of her happiness. Heaven is not far away. You're currently surrounded by angels. Archangel Michael is tasked with protecting her in both realms. She has a disguise. You received this message as a result of your alertness. You're not behind schedule. We've not forgotten about you. You were picked. Additionally, this is just the beginning. The most major spiritual development of your life is about to take place. Do you actually understand the gravity of the situation? If you leave at this point, you may not receive another message from me in this format. It is not that I am unwilling to converse with you. Simply said, the time has passed. Following this, both spiritual and emotional anguish would occur. You would be unable to explain the rationale for your belief that something significant is missing. However, you will remember this moment in your heart of hearts. The event at which you stopped attending. I, Archangel Michael, beseech you not to turn away. This has made me feel more resilient. This is why my voice is important in your spirit. I'm already aware of the upcoming events. I have a complete awareness of both possible scenarios. You either agree or disagree with this assertion. My darling, there are many marvels along the route of agreement. Light has been returned to you. The constant pressure ceases to exist. You no longer feel the same level of weightiness as you did before. Laughter is easily renewed. The chambers begin to seem safer once more. The dread of money has been banished. People who have previously disparaged you have expressed regret. The person you love has finally revealed the truth to you. Your sleep is more peaceful. Smiling is effortless. Your actions affect others. You grow into the person God has always envisioned for you. It isn't too far away, and it's the life you deserve. Your affirmative response is enough. In the alternative future, if you refrain from indulging in this conduct, the scenario gets more pleasant as time passes. Individuals get more apart from one another. There is no further expansion. It's as if your body is heavier. The realization of dreams looks to be an impossible endeavor. Nothing moves forward on its own, no matter how hard you work. Why? Because this message was the key, and the door wouldn't open without it. I urge you to keep your existing alignment. The decision to subscribe and continue communicating is not simple. It is a testament to your faith that you believe heaven will communicate with you when you need help. This is not a threat. I am telling you the truth out of affection. I don't want you to be trapped in an existence that wasn't meant for you. It is recommended that you take a rest before starting any new duties. Stay at your present location. Heaven is keeping track of your acts. This moment is sacred. Feel it. Anxiety is not characterized by tingling on the skin or an accelerated pulse rate. Clearly, it is activation. Your soul is reestablishing contact with your genuine self. Living in this world was never meant for you. You were given the task of implementing the adjustment. Your sensitivity, emotions, and depth do not indicate weakness. They indicate spiritual fortitude. Your spirit longs for a love that instills a sense of divinity inside you. You are not wounded. You are in the process of awakening. As a result, this message works as a regeneration for you. Someone from your past is aware of facts you have not shared with them. They concealed it as a precaution owing to their fear. However, they are now facing regret as a result of the reality. They see you in their fantasies. They do not expect to hear your name. They can detect your energy without your explicit permission. They now understand that you were never just an individual. You were a blessing, a teacher, a mirror, and maybe even my soulmate. Their only uncertainty is if it is already too late. You'll deliver this message to them. They will be able to detect when you let your emotions open. They're supposed to arrive. Preparations are now ongoing, so anticipate the arrival of personnel and opportunities. It is sufficient to go on trust. Even if you believe this message is meant for you, you can start making adjustments. The doors will be open. There will be phone conversations. Messages will be received. Provisions will arise unexpectedly. The healing process will move faster. Peace will supplant dread. When you stop ignoring God's call, your life will start to go in the right direction. You have repeatedly inquired as to why you believe you are being ignored. You were never forgotten. That's the reality. You simply retreated when the signals showed. That is apparent. It is hard to watch you struggle. You learnt that you didn't have much but needed to survive. However, I just require your response once. Please refrain from scrolling. Kindly avoid skipping. Express appreciation to the heavens. Observing your activities in the background, looking for an opportunity to communicate. They are looking for evidence that you are upfront. By reacting to this message, you and others involved in your destiny can move forward. Your obedience may help someone in your life make tremendous progress. Sharing this message spreads more than just words. It begins a succession of marvels that will be repaid to you on numerous occasions. Some are still trapped because of your weight. When you respond affirmatively, the process begins. Now take a deep breath and concentrate on your inner condition. This is not a source of fear. This is an intrusion of holiness. Currently, there is a generational realignment. The things you mend now will spare your daughter from having to bear them in the future. Such is the intensity of this moment. It's not confined to her. I anticipate that this decision will disrupt family lines and improve the autonomy of unborn children. A single affirmative response has remained universally relevant throughout history. Faith expresses itself throughout this time. If you believe this pledge is valid for you, your family, and future generations, please put Amen in the comments box. Let it serve as your spiritual signature, a declaration to God that this cycle is over and a new one will begin through you. Please accept this vital role. Allow this transition to occur. Your encouragement not only helps to heal one person, but also many others. She varies from the bulk of people. She assists the benediction by opening the door. Her name is unknown to everyone. Her wailing was audible to others. Her masterpiece is emerging slowly and flawlessly. Avoid haste. Each step will be memorable in its own right. Be aware of the warning signs. Please note the changes. Her voice has transformed. Her decisions now reflect a fresh fortitude. These show that my work is accurate. You require more information. On the day she was born, a spiritual message was penned that included every promise made about her life. The letter is no longer classified. It is now time to be satisfied. As a result, there was an increase in resistance and confusion. Nevertheless, this was entirely attributable to the exposure of previously secret information. This revelation exists within you. It will flow if you believe in it. Please do not let this get you down. You're not alone. Come with me. I will advocate for her. No one can prohibit me from relocating. Prepare with thankfulness, not dread. Pray in the privacy of your home. Engage her in a chat about life. Include her name in your petitions. Inform me of your concerns. Offer her to God every morning. You are unaware of the powerful impact that a simple prayer may make. Something will move while she is sleeping, possibly as soon as tonight. If she awakens, she may be thinking or feeling distressed. I'm preparing her spirit. Compassion. Please be cautious. Giving answers is less beneficial than simply being present to aid healing. Allow her some time to rediscover her voice. Allow her to express herself uninterrupted. She is learning to express her pain, and once she does, it can be addressed. I respect your perseverance and faith. I admire your courage in the face of adversity. God observes your existence. We are now officially acknowledging your faith. People will be surprised by her strength and wondering about how she did it. She will claim that someone supported her when she was unable to. You were that person. You are a source of pride to God. Individuals can no longer inflict harm to your family. Peace has been achieved. Take a breather there. The countdown has already begun. The transition has already begun. The accolade is on its way to you. I am aware that you are tired. I'm no longer interested in contributing. I've tired myself out. I am tired of waiting to be chosen. However, there is one thing that you may be unaware of. The decision has already been made. The Almighty chose you before you shed your first tears of sorrow. Prior to your initial heartbreak, betrayal, or perhaps before you realized the possible consequences of love. You were selected, protected, and anointed. That reality may have been obliterated from your memory, but I still recall it. I can still see your enthusiasm. I can still see the light in your heart, despite the world's efforts to extinguish it. I haven't given up on you, and neither should you. You are currently being strongly summoned to a meeting that will substantially impact your life, with only doubt standing in your way. A nagging uncertainty that you can still overcome. You're scared to reconfirm your faith because it looks that doing so will cause everything to disintegrate. What would happen if there were no unforeseen circumstances? What if each halt, delay, and period of waiting indicated that God was preparing? Is it possible that everything is preparing you for something meaningful, lasting, and genuine? This moment is unique from all others. You are presently reading this, which provides evidence. The choice is yours. One route leads to endless regret. The other will fill you with delight beyond your comprehension. No, I'm unable to make your selection. I can only guarantee your safety when you relocate. It works in this way to promote spiritual alignment. Even if you leave, I will secure the safety of your freedom. However, if you react affirmatively, I guarantee you a wealthy future. Do not just read this. Response. Participate. Distribute. Show heaven that you will not turn away this time. Show me that you are listening to my problems. A significant figure already recognizes your name. This person can shift your path and open doors for you. They intend to converse but have not yet done so. When they do, their words will be significant. If you are not spiritually prepared, you may apply them incorrectly. That is why I encourage you to be open and alert to divine direction. Even if it appears unfamiliar, your consciousness will recognize it. You have long desired to be chosen, appreciated, and acknowledged. I tell you that the energy you expend will be returned to you tenfold. Your period of being confronted with silence because you loved someone is ended. Every time you have given something and received nothing in return, restoration is near. You maintained your silence to keep the calm, and it is now returning to you. Not because you worked harder, but because you eventually realized the message that would change everything. Your decision to stay in position today will be valued by those who come after you. People who have not yet met you will be extremely grateful that you persevered. Your affirmative response may act as a protective barrier for another person. It is not just about you. If prompted, please share this message with a member in your social circle. As soon as you speak this prophetic word, the anointing begins to spread across your network. Your obedience may act as a spark for another person's breakthrough, multiplying the benefits you bring tenfold. You are not simply improving. You are restoring an entire bloodline. This cycle has ended. Maintain an alert of your surroundings. In this case, there is no possibility. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. The timing, emotions, and feelings that develop within you are all important. The voice pouring from above is mild but clear. It is impossible to return to moments like these after they have been neglected. This is why I recommended you against it. I do not try to scare you. Rather, my adoration is genuine. You are entitled to peace. You gotta take a rest. You are entitled to a life free of suffering. This life begins with your reaction, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Declare it. Declare that you are prepared. Even if you can't communicate clearly, share your opinions. Currently, there is someone around. Furthermore, they recognize the importance of expediency. The entire world is experiencing metamorphosis. You do not have to argue or pursue. Prepare yourself. I'll undertake the remaining jobs. This is not the case if you turn away. This is the final time heaven reminds you that they have not forgotten about you. This is the final request I have. I feel affection for you. You're visible to me. I have worked relentlessly for you in ways that are beyond your comprehension. I encourage you to stay with me for a single instant. Avoid allowing doubt to reign. Don't let fear convince you that you're not competent enough. Your performance has consistently been satisfactory. The knowledge that was concealed is about to be revealed. You are allowed to decline, and I will respect that decision. Love continually achieves this. However, make your choice right away. This is your indication. Taking this activity will result in savings. This is a miracle for you. Agree. Continue to persevere. Keep track of what happens next. Your continued presence is more important than you may know. Every word you read affects your vitality. You were unaware you were in a storm until someone saved you. Obedience accomplishes precisely that. Despite many attempts to capture your attention, you refuse to succumb. This is why a long-closed door recently reopened. The flow has resumed its regular course. This is genuine. Although you may have grown weary of optimism, your story is already evolving. For this moment to reach you, a number of circumstances had to be ideal. It wasn't entirely unintentional. Heaven would not allow you to go through another excruciating cycle without giving you one final chance. In your story, there is someone who has never communicated their feelings. Feel bad about their behavior. Unfortunately, they failed to communicate. I've been prepping their souls. It will be obvious when they migrate because it will happen quickly. You may miss it if you are preoccupied with minor issues. Remain in the current moment. You were on the verge of giving up not long ago, but something stopped you. That was me. I was aware that this day would come. I ensured your safety. Set up a queue. Maintain an open door. It was never intended for you to be bewildered or to seek things that were irrelevant to you. The first facet of harmony that demands your attention is this message. Something official, written, or carrying your name is currently in transit. It's needless for you to look for it. It's almost here. When a previously lost item is reintroduced in a new form, you will feel a sense of security again. That is how you'll know it's from God. Someone is preparing to tell you the truth and sincerely misses you. If you take a consistent attitude, they will answer honestly and transparently. You did not become bewildered. You were relocated. To proceed to the next phase, you had to let go of everything that was draining you. This event is significant. Please do not overlook it. It has the potential to become the most significant. I want you to understand a sacred and unbreakable concept now that your heart has accepted these ultimate facts. It is so significant that even the skies stop to pay heed. They chose you for this role before the beginning of time, before you were born, before your daughter took her first breath, and before you understood the needs of love. Your soul is more powerful than anything this world can measure, not because you were perfect or in complete control. I was conscious of that fortitude. I placed it within you. Your daughter has proven to be robust up to this point, even when she was unaware that you were preserving the line in the invisible realm. Your feelings for her are precious. I gathered every prayer you whispered when you were tired, every tear you wept when your heart was broken, and every moment you thought your prayers were going away. Their power is so great that no darkness, betrayal, or wicked task can breach the wall I've built from them. Every word you say over her strengthens her soul. She will not really understand the magnitude of your aid until she has her own children. She will cry tears of gratitude and honor for you, me, and the love you poured upon her on that day while receiving no recognition or praise. An additional event is about to occur. It may not happen immediately, but it will in the near future. She makes statements without understanding their implications. Heaven will remember a simple statement spoken without much thinking, even if it is said in passing. It will be promptly detected. Your entire body will transform. That's the indication. The weather is likely to fluctuate. There will already be a miracle happening. You may weep tears. It is okay to grin. The most important part is that you will feel tranquility similar to that of a river. I'm the one in question. That is how I walk. Calm, caring, and robust. She would soon encounter sensations she has never felt before. A deep care for others. She had courage that she was unaware she possessed. She cannot express her tranquility. It is understandable that she is unsure how to handle the situation at first. Avoid haste. Arrive. She is awakened spiritually. The process of awakening clarifies things. It informs you of the reality and what you no longer need. She may experience a metamorphosis. She may abandon people, activities, and places that once provided her with a sense of security. Allow her to do this. Don't be concerned about the transformation. That is part of my approach. She is transforming into the person she was always meant to be, similar to how a butterfly emerges from its chrysalis. Now it will be visible to others. You are being fixed up in the same way that I am changing her. You didn't request all of this. You simply desired that she be uninjured. However, I am repaying the entire blessing to you since you loved without expecting anything back. You will receive surprising reactions, recovering from previously neglected injuries. Joy in places you previously thought were forever silent. It's not over yet for you. Nonetheless, it is meaningful. I am rejuvenating every area that was before bereft of vitality. Others questioned your parenting decisions. There are people who have voiced unpleasant feelings about you, judged you, or failed to understand your viewpoint. All of this was witnessed by me. I did not overlook the situation. This isn't just another example of me manipulating your daughter. Your identity is being reinstated. Those who were unable to fathom your reluctance will soon understand the sacrifice you made. You will not have to provide an explanation. I will resolve the issue. Now pay close attention. Do not expect a performance when today arrives. Find the critical information. I don't consistently challenge the current quo. Sometimes I murmur so low that only the ghost can hear me. Please be cautious. Arrive. Keep close watch on her. It is critical that you use considerably more prudence. Due to the likelihood that I may need something from you. A reaction. A decision. A period of faith. You will know when the time has come. The transmission of this message was a difficult task. The piece was written with sincerity, line by line, until the moment of uncertainty ended. You are currently entering the seeing season. You will see individuals progress. There will be an enhancement to your advantage. You'll be aware of your satisfaction. I'll gently remind you that I fulfilled my promise as she emerges from the shadows, as you knew she would. Have no fear. Also, keep your faith as you develop. Peaceful and stress-free. Slow your speed during the next few days. Please look at the indicators. Feel the transformations. Above all, keep your daughter close. Not only with your limbs, but also with your prayers, perseverance, and presence. Although she cannot express it, her consciousness is aware. You loved her without expecting anything in return, just as I do for you. Her spirit will remember. Furthermore, I am quite appreciative for your aid. Heaven is alert. Angels are in motion. Archangel Michael has consistently stood at your side. He is constantly watching over her. He looks after your home. Those in paradise discuss her name. The first day of the celebration is today. Release the handle. Allow your spirit to grow. Restore the flow of affection. This miracle is on the way to you. Archangel Michael is positioned next to you, wings extended and sword drawn. He keeps each pledge he makes. You've arrived at a spiritually significant conclusion. As I stand in front of you, my wings are in motion again. They've put their arms around you. My weapon is no longer at rest. I pursued it. My voice is no longer a murmur. I, Archangel Michael, declare from heaven that I am currently in entire service to you. Every spiritual barrier, deception, delay, covert attack, and evil influence designed to confuse or weaken you is currently being demolished and removed. Please do not touch this child. They were selected. They are gaining height. They no longer overlook the purpose for which they were formed. Every second you spent reading this message, someone in heaven was watching over you. Objects are already moving in previously unseen areas. The person for whom you've been waiting has recently undergone an internal shift. The item you thought was lost is suddenly returning to you. We are now preparing for a debate that may impact your future. Your name appears in the incredible narrative of another person. That is the result of acceptance. Refuse to believe the lie that it is too late. This is not the conclusion. It is the beginning. Rejection was not the cause of the delay. It was God's restructuring. Your heart's opening has caused time to resume its movement. You are not impeded. We shall not forget you. Heaven can now view you with tremendous clarity. I am aware that this is correct. This message will never recur in this format. This intensity, alignment, and wave appear only once. The silence would be unbearable if you left at this time. Not because you were punished, but because your soul realized it had ignored something essential. That is the reality, and I am too committed to you to change it. This moment must be either embraced or abandoned. The center is bereft of territory. Someone is ready to commemorate your name. Even if it was a financial burden, someone will remember your generosity. Each silent supplication is recorded. Every time you chose kindness, even when it was undeserved, and forgave someone. When it returns, you will feel as if paradise has arrived on earth. However, this is predicated on keeping an open heart. You are not wounded. You aren't very huge. You were never that. Unbeknownst to you, someone is currently praying for your vitality. This is the beginning. This is your opportunity. This is the assurance that is being given to you. Archangel Michael swears to protect your future. Michael, the Archangel, assures that you will be secure from threats beyond your control. Archangel Michael promises that the abilities God has given upon you will be revealed. Archangel Michael will carry out his obligation to end all cycles in your family tree. Archangel Michael pledges that he will help the person who is meant for you securely regain alignment. Archangel Michael assures that you will be protected from any harm that is meant for you. You may satisfy this commitment if you pledge not to dismiss this voice in the future. You and God have entered into a sacred pact. Enclose it. Type one final, thunderous Amen, and let that sound serve as proof of your victory and the end of your conflict. You should not be jogging right now. Refrain from hiding. Remove the disguise. You are aware that this was intended only for you. It was present in your system. You were not moved to tears after finding that you had been chosen. Heaven responded to that. Here are the next steps. If possible, clasp your hands together and mumble, "I accept this now, even if it is only in my mind." If your pulse is racing, there is evidence. I am ready to write, so please leave it in a remark or journal and let heaven view it. Distribute this message to someone whose faith has weakened. They may be anticipating the same thing that saved you. Then remain in position. Yes, indications will show within hours, not days. I will always respect your autonomy. If you want to deny that this occurrence occurred, I will withdraw in accordance with your decision. Not due to wrath. I'll continue to bear the burden of what could have been. This will be a memorable time for you. You may argue that I should have paid more attention. That is not the narrative you should be presenting. Respond affirmatively at this time. Allow God to take control. Your guardian angels have been prepared for a long time. Allow them to proceed. This word saves your life and has the potential to save others as well. Distribute it to others who need illumination. What you forsake will eventually come back to you. When you make a difference for others, God makes a breakthrough for you. Your permission is given for the following. Be forthcoming. Receive the information that is currently being transmitted. It wasn't an accident. You got this word directly from Archangel Michael. You were asked to enter a state of peace, clarity, and abundance. Don't expect to receive blessings. They will. They will proliferate and occupy every element of your life. This is the gateway to a facility that provides assistance, advice, and a clearer sense of purpose. Do not pass up this opportunity. Now is the time for a huge breakthrough. Maintain your composure. Maintain an open door. Heaven is now in the process of relocation. You are undergoing a profound transition, as demonstrated by your continued presence. Despite the fact that you are unable to provide a thorough explanation right now, each breath you breathe and every word you read affects your energy level. You are being rescued from a tempest that you were unaware you were in. That is the potential for obedience. That is how close you are to something sacred. Vibrations on your phone and ideas encouraging you to leave tried to divert your attention, but you persisted. That single decision unlocked a spiritual door that had been closed for months, if not years. The flow has restarted. This isn't a fake. This is genuine. I understand that the word hope provokes unpleasant emotions in you. I understand that it has previously disappointed you. When you prayed, you revealed to God your uncertainty about how long you could put up with the circumstance. You sobbed into your pillows and prayed with your teeth squeezed. However, you have not yet seen it. Your tale is now being transformed. Everything required for this moment to reach you is now in place. There was no mistake in the timing, technology, or how your eyes found this page. This is how you coordinate. Heaven would not allow you to go through another terrible cycle without giving you one last chance to reclaim your heart. A man or woman in your life has hidden their emotions. They have never had the guts to declare their intense feelings for you, despite the fact that they do not show them. They feel guilt for their acts. They are sorry for their words. Even worse, they regret their quiet. They are currently blocked from contacting you only due to your energy. They're ignorant of your availability. They are unsure whether your perspectives have evolved. I, Archangel Michael, have awakened their souls night after night, preparing them for a decision. When it occurs, it will not be gradual. A circle that was left unfilled gets filled in rapidly, forcefully and plainly, as if by lightning. You may miss it if you are preoccupied with minor issues. Remain in the current moment. Please be cautious. Maintain an open door. You were almost ready to give up not too long ago. You were ready to leave, purge, and forever close the door. You were unable to advance because an invisible object was blocking your path. This was not a mistake. That was me. I refrained from releasing you since I was aware that this moment was approaching. I saw you on the verge of capitulation right before your breakthrough. I saw you mourn the night before your name was summoned from heaven. You are present now because I assured you of your safety. Set up a queue. Stay in touch. You were never meant to go lost or pursue those who have no regard for your soul. You were meant to proceed with calm, clarity, and confidence. Because of your extended tolerance for inferiority, you have lost touch with the feeling of genuine peace. That is why I'm reminding you. This message is the first thing that will help you remember your identity. You will no longer pursue. You will draw people. You will no longer plead. You will evolve. You will no longer be diminutive. When you stand, you will be in complete harmony with God. There is presently an item in production with your name. Something formal, written, or that changes the path of your travel. It's needless for you to look for it. It is en route to you. Something you previously lost has returned to you, although not in the same form. It's possible that it is a person. It's possible that this is only a fantasy. You'll notice it when it arrives because it inspires calm. That piece provides proof of your identity. God does not make things tough. I, Archangel Michael, will make certain that nothing misleading stands in the way of your destiny. Currently, an individual is making an inconspicuous observation. Not because they are fixated, but because they want to. They're missing you. They are interested in knowing that you are still considering them. They were silenced by guilt, but the truth is pulling them forward. When they return, they will be honest, apologize, and reveal feelings that they were before reluctant to express. You were not neglected. You were relocated. To make room for what is to come, let go of what is exhausting you. It's a new season. Say no to extra hollow promises. It is no longer acceptable to make half-hearted attempts. This marks the end of the nonsense. Only real, balanced, and aligned items will survive. However, this can only be accomplished by avoiding ignoring the most important components. That's one of them. This may be the most important, as your heart absorbs the final divine truths. Make sure you fully grasp this. You were chosen for this position long before time existed. Your soul was chosen before the formation of the cosmos. Prior to your formation, prior to your daughter's first inhalation, and before you understood the full cost of attachment, there was no reason for your perfection. Not because you were always aware of the appropriate path of action. However, your essence is more powerful than any quantifiable object in this world. I was conscious of that fortitude. I placed it within you. Your daughter's resilience has allowed her to get to this stage. Even when she was ignorant that someone was reserving a room for her in the unseen realm. Your feelings for her are precious. I took note of each prayer you whispered when you were tired. Every tear you shed while no one was watching. And each time you believed that your appeals were being ignored. They created a shield so strong that no darkness, betrayal, or hidden attack could penetrate it. Every word you say over her strengthens her spirit. You've safeguarded her in ways she won't completely understand, until she has her own children. On that day, she will cry tears of honor as she recalls the silent gestures you did for her. An additional event is about to occur. It's possible it won't happen today. However, her language will become simpler and more informal in the near future. A statement is uttered without understanding its intended meaning. However, that sentence will be interpreted as a heavenly omen. It will be promptly detected. Your body will take action first, followed by your thoughts. At that point, the signal will show. The weather is likely to fluctuate. The miracle will have already begun. You may weep tears. It is okay to grin. The most important part is that you will feel tranquility similar to that of a river. I'm the one in question. That is how I walk. Calm. Be careful. Indeed, she will soon begin to experience feelings she has never felt before. A deep care for others. She had courage that she was unaware she possessed. She cannot express her tranquility. It is understandable that she is unsure how to handle the situation at first. Avoid haste.